everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button and share this content with other movie fans. So, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a spy action comedy directed, co-written, and co-produced by Guy Ritchie. And it has an all-star cast. Henry Cavill, Eiza Gonzalez, Alan Ritchson, Henry Golding, Alex Pettyfer, Hero Fiennes Tiffin, and Cary Elwes. Woohoo! It is based on the 2014 book, Churchill's Secret Warriors, the explosive true story of the Special Forces desperados of World War II, written by Damian Lewis. And the film portrays a heavily fictionalized version of Operations Postmaster. The running time is 2 hours. Okay, so I'm not familiar with Operation Postmaster. So in case you are not familiar with it, I did some research and I have a brief summary of what it was. Okay, so Operation Postmaster was a British special operation conducted on the Spanish island of Fernando Po, now known as Bioko, off the coast of Nigeria during World War II. The mission was carried out by the Small-Scale Raiding Forces, also known as SSRF, and the Special Operations Executive, known as the SOE, in January 1942. Their objective was to board the Italian and German ships in the harbor and sail them to Lagos, Nigeria. The SSRF, under the command of Major Gus March Phillips, left Britain in August 1941 and sailed the Brixham trawler known as the Maid of Honor to the Spanish colony. Okay, so the film starts in 1941 in England. Cary Elwes plays Brigadier Gubbins. He has a conversation with Winston Churchill. Churchill is upset that the UK is losing the war to the Nazis, and he wants to appear to be winning the war because he wants the United States to form an alliance and enter into the war. At this point in the war, the United States was on the other side of the Atlantic, minding our own business, which is what I prefer. But anyway, I digress. Churchill approves and finances Operation Postmaster. Operation Postmaster was an off-the-books Black Ops sabotage mission intended to disrupt the Nazis' U-boat resupply operation on Fernando Po. Together with Ian Fleming, Gubbin enlists Gus March Phillips, played by Henry Cavill, to assemble a team to destroy the Italian supply ship, the Duchessa da Costa, and 2 trolleys attached to the ship. But Captain Phillips tells Gubbins that he needs a team of certain people, and he has names. And Gubbin, for the most part, complies. So he wants Danish naval officer Anders Laysen, played by Alan Ritchson, and he's good with a bow and arrow. Freddie Alvarez, played by Henry Golding. Irishman, military man Henry Hayes, played by Hero Fiennes Tiffin. And last but not least, he wants Jeffrey Appleyard, played by Alex Pettyfer. However, Gubbins tells Phillips that Appleyard was captured by the Nazis in the Canary Islands. Phillips don't care. Okay? Phillips and the other teammates, rescues Appleyard before they set sail to Fernando Po. Keep in mind, Fernando Po is an island off the coast of Nigeria. Asa Gonzalez plays Marjorie Stewart, who is a singer-actress, and Babs Olusan Mokun plays a nightclub owner, Heron, and this nightclub is located on Fernando Po. And together they sneak around collecting info from the Nazis to share with Gubbins and Phillips. Okay, so without giving the ending away, because the ending is actually kind of clever, what you do learn in the closing credits is that Ian Fleming, the real Ian Fleming, used Operation Postmaster as the inspirational basis for his James Bond novels. And so, you know, I find it quite interesting that since there have been a lot of talks on social media that Henry Cavill would make a great James Bond, and he has also done some spy movies in the past, including The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which also proves that he can probably pull off playing James Bond. It's kind of interesting that he would choose this project to do. But anyway, aside from the point, I'm going to give this movie 3 out of 5 stars. There's enough to recommend it. And I really do like the complexity of the story. But I thought that the middle of the film was a little bit messy and confusing. The film started strong, it ended strong, but the middle was a bit muddled. A big problem for me was the actor who played Winston Churchill. Oh my God. Woohoo! That was some terrible acting. Jesus Christ. I usually don't complain about actors because since acting is such a competitive occupation, most of the time when I watch movies, you know, most of the time, the acting is pretty convincing, but God, really, the acting was so bad that in every scene Churchill was in, I got taken out of the film. It was very distracting and it just bothered the heck out of me. To me, the most convincing actors were the team, Captain Phillips' team, Henry Cavill, Alan Ritchson, Henry Goldig, Alex Pettyfer, and Hero Fiennes Tiffin. Those 5 actors right there. If the entire film centered around just those 5 characters, I would have been fine. Honest to God. Those 5 guys are the reasons why the movie, for the most part, works. So that's just my opinion. I was kind of surprised by what you learn in the end, because there's more to the closing credits than Ian Fleming. So I'm not going to give it away, but if you watch it, you'll see what I mean. But I was kind of surprised that there were a few characters that were actually based on real life people, and some of them were not. But yeah, it was kind of interesting, and you know, for the most part, I think Guy Ritchie did a pretty good job. You know, for the most part, he makes okay films. I wouldn't say that he is a great filmmaker, but he's an okay filmmaker. 1 or 2 films, I would say, is like top notch. But yeah, for the most part, he's just, nowadays, he just kind of makes like okay films. That's just my opinion. But anyway, there's enough in this movie to recommend it. So if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend that you do. And if you already watched this film, let me know what you thought of it in the comment box below. So that is all for today, my friends. And I will see you next time with another movie review. Until then, have fun at the movies.